I'm not just built for monogamy. That's what he said after she found the text, after the lies, after the late nights with excuses that never quite added up. And I need to talk about this because that sentence is doing a lot of heavy lifting for men who simply do not want to be held accountable for their choices. Now, stay with me because this one is going to ruffle some feathers, and of course, it might make you clutch your emotional pearls. So, if you're someone who's used that line, good. Keep listening with an open mind because you need to hear this. Hey, sexy people, welcome back. I'm Taylor K. Sparks, and I am an ethical non-monogamy coach and sex goddess with 17 years of personal and professional experience navigating love outside of traditional relationship structures. I have lived this. I have coached people through this, and I have watched the conversation around non-monogamy get weaponized in ways that genuinely get on my last nerves. Because the thing of the matter is that, I feel as though I'm one of the loudest advocates for ethical non-monogamy that you will ever find. I believe in it. I have built my life and business around it. And because I love this community and this lifestyle, I refuse to let it be used as a get out of jail free card for people with a character problem. So today, we are talking about the difference between being non-monogamous and being a cheater. And I am here to tell you, they are not the same thing. They were never the same thing. And conflating the two is an insult to every single person who is doing E&M correctly. Number one, let's call a thing, and let's paint the picture. Because I know you've seen this play out. A man, and yes, I'm going to name it because this pattern skews heavily in one direction. A man gets caught cheating. Yeah, of course, we know that women cheat too, and I know a few intimately that have and still are, right? It could be texts, it could be receipts, it could be she found out from someone else. It doesn't matter. He got caught. And instead of owning it, instead of sitting in the discomfort of what he did, he pivots. Suddenly he has an identity. Suddenly he's enlightened. Suddenly he's been doing research and apparently he's polyamorous, or he's not wired for monogamy, or he read one article about open relationships and now that's his personality. No, baby, that's not a revelation. That's a deflection. There is a massive difference between discovering that ethical non-monogamy resonates with who you are and using non-monogamy as a retroactive excuse for choices you made without consent from your partner. One is growth, the other is manipulation. And I need people to stop confusing the two. Number two, what cheating actually is. Let me be very clear about what cheating is now because people want to make this complicated, and it's not. Cheating is a violation of an agreement. That's it. That's the whole damn definition right there. It doesn't matter if the agreement is in monogamy or non-monogamy. It doesn't matter if you're in a traditional marriage or an open relationship, a polycule, a throuple, or anything in between. Every relationship structure has agreements. And when you violate those agreements without the knowledge and consent of your partners, you are cheating. Full stop. I have coached people in open relationships who were being cheated on because their partner was pursuing connections outside of the boundaries they had together agreed upon. Their partner went outside of the agreement. That's cheating. The relationship being open didn't protect them from betrayal. The agreement still existed and someone still chose to break it. So the idea that non-monogamy somehow eliminates the possibility of cheating, that is a lie that people who don't want accountability have been telling themselves and anyone who will listen. Number three, the character question. So here's what I wanted to go deeper because this isn't just about definitions. This is about character. When you cheat on someone, you are not revealing that you're non-monogamous. You are revealing who you are when you think there are no consequences. You are revealing that you are willing to lie to protect your comfort. You are revealing that you value what you want more than you value the person that you committed to. You are revealing that you believe you are exempt somehow from the rules that apply to everyone else. That is a character and integrity issue. And character does not care about your relationship model. A dishonest person in a monogamous relationship will cheat. A dishonest person in an open relationship will violate agreements like not using protection. A dishonest person in a polycule will manipulate, hide, and gaslight. The relationship structure changes. The character and lack of integrity does not. And this is so important for people to understand, especially those of you who are newly exploring ethical non-monogamy or thinking about opening your relationship. Because sometimes people come into this space thinking that, well, non-monogamy, like it's the Wild West, it's a smorgasbord. That because there are more moving parts and more nuance, there's more room to do whatever you want without accountability. And that could not be further from the truth. Ethical non-monogamy requires more honesty, not less. It requires more communication, more self-awareness, more emotional maturity than most monogamous relationships ever demand, not less. The people who thrive in E&M are people who have done serious inner work. They're not people who stumbled into it because they got caught. Number 4, why this narrative is really so harmful. And I want to talk about why this matters beyond like the individual situation, because there's a ripple effect here that hurts real people. When cheaters co-opt the language of ethical non-monogamy, they do damage to this entire community. They make it harder for people who are like genuinely exploring E&M to have those conversations with partners, because now non-monogamy is associated with betrayal and excuses. They give ammunition to people who already think ethical non-monogamy is just cheating with extra steps, which it is absolutely not. And most importantly, they hurt the person who was cheated on. Because now that person isn't just processing the betrayal of infidelity, they're also being handed a narrative where where somehow they were the problem because they couldn't accommodate someone's true nature. As if the cheating was inevitable. As if they should have seen it coming. As if they owe that person grace for a decision that was never theirs to make. No, that is psychological manipulation. And I will not stay quiet about it. If you were cheated on and then handed the line, I'm just not monogamous, hear me clearly, baby. That is not your truth to carry. That is their failure to own. Number 5, what E&M actually looks like. Let me tell you what it looks like. When someone genuinely realizes that they're wired for ethical non-monogamy because it looks nothing like what I just described. It looks like someone having an honest, vulnerable, uncomfortable conversation with their partner before anything happens. It looks like saying, I've been reading, I've been reflecting, and I think I want to explore whether we could open our relationship. It looks like sitting with the possibility that your partner may say no and respecting that answer. It looks like doing the work, reading, coaching, community, therapy, to understand what ethical non-monogamy even means before you blow up someone else's life with your damn discovery. It looks like integrity even when integrity is hard, especially when it's hard. That is the community I am proud to be a part of. Those are the people I get the honor of coaching every single day. People who are navigating love with intentionality, with honesty, with care for everyone involved. And those people deserve to have their lifestyle protected from people who want to wear the label without doing the work. And number 6, a word to anyone considering this excuse. If you are someone who has cheated or is cheating, and you're thinking about using non-monogamy as your explanation, I want to speak to you directly to you for a second. And I'm not here to shame you. I genuinely believe that some people do discover, kind of through their own patterns and mistakes that monogamy wasn't the right relationship structure for them. And that's real. And that happens. But here's what I need you to understand. Realizing that doesn't erase what you did. It doesn't absolve the harm. It doesn't mean you skip the accountability conversation. If anything, you now have even more work to do because you have to address both the character breach that happened and the new relationship reality you're claiming to want. You don't get to move forward into ethical non-monogamy with integrity if you can't first stand in the discomfort of the integrity that you lacked. Real growth requires you to say, I cheated. That was wrong. It was a violation of our agreement. And separately, I also need to have a conversation about what I want our relationship to look like going forward. Those are two completely different conversations. They don't cancel each other out. And here's my bottom line. And I want you to understand this. Your relationship structure does not determine your character. Your choices do. You can be monogamous and be deeply trustworthy, honest, and loving. You can be non-monogamous and deeply trustworthy, honest, and loving. You can also be a liar and a cheater in any relationship structure you choose. The common denominator, it's never the relationship structure. It's always, always, always the person. So if you are someone who is generally curious about what ethical non-monogamy actually looks like the real version, the version built on communication and consent and integrity, I would love to talk with you. I would love to support you. I offer a free 20-minute clarity call at organicloving.com/coaching, and it's exactly what it sounds like, a real honest conversation about where you are and what you actually want. No pressure, no agenda, just clarity, because that's what this work has always been about. So until next time, your love, your rules, and your freedom. Bye-bye.